Okay, for the folks in the room, we had this year the legislature passed a new law that all meetings have to be live streamed, including our special meetings, our LSIC meetings. So we just started the live stream. It's audio only. Mr. Hatfield was thankful for that.
Yeah.
It's audio only, but we are on YouTube right now. And so anyway, the live stream has started. So Missy, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, we'll go ahead and call our special meeting of the Wayne County Board of Education to order. It is 4:01. And if you'll stand, we'll say the pledge. Mr. Hatfield, will you lead us this evening?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, let the record show that all board members are present in person this evening. And we'll begin with our local school improvement council presentation from Buffalo Elementary.
And Jason, let me move this computer up to you so that
They can hear me?
they can hear you loud and clear.
You want me to scoot closer to you?
No, you're fine. Currently, there are 0 people listening. But that might change. And occasionally it does change.
And I'm gonna knock that off.
Yeah, I can put it here. Yeah, we'll just set it right here. It picks up pretty good.
Now we have one person. Thank you for coming. Welcome to Buffalo Elementary. I'm Jason Hatfield. I'm the principal here. We're pleased to have you. Thank you for being here. With your time in mind, we have prepared a fairly short presentation because we know that you've got to go across the road and we don't want to keep you here all evening. So first thing I'm going to do is introduce the people that are here. Lisa Knotts, our assistant principal. Jamie Smith, our counselor. Jesse Niles, our CIS teacher. Miss Regina Kraft, kindergarten teacher. And Tracy Bauer, a 3rd grade teacher. I'm going to just go down we're just going to go straight in order down the page. First, I have the easy one. I have the enrollment numbers. And then each of us will go down the list until we get to the end. Our current enrollment is at 405 students. That's about average over the last couple of years. We have pre-COVID, our numbers were drastically falling down. COVID happened. Since COVID, our numbers have been on the increase. And now the last couple of years, we've sort of flattened off within a few students of each other. So basically, we're hovering right around 405 or 410 students per year. This year, we have lost 24 students to out of state or out of county. They transferred out to somewhere other than Wayne County. We have gained 16 students from out of county or out of state. So we're down 8 students there. Overall, for a total, we have lost 50 students this year, but we have gained 41. So overall, we are down 9 students from the beginning of this school year. So the one area where we are constantly seeing an increase in numbers is our special education. Last year, we finished the year with 108 students with an IEP. We currently, right now, we have 117 students. That number is 2 years ago at this time, that number was 82. So we're seeing it seems like, at least I can tell you more, but it seems like 75% of the students that we have enrolled come with an IEP or get one shortly after being here. So we have our special education population is increasing a ton. So basically that's all I have. Mrs. Knox will go with the important stuff, the stuff that you want to hear, the GSA and instructional reading levels, and then we'll go from there. Before she gets started, the packet that you have, there wasn't anything about enrollment in there. The first thing that you see is her page with the GSA and instructional reading levels. There is a grease stain on there. that Lisa put on there, and she's tried all day to get that grease stain off of these pages, and she says she did it. I don't know whether she did it or not, but somewhere on there's a Taco Bell grease stain. So,
Well, this is my life.
Lisa, the look on your face.
There's a video from last week that really expresses the look on my face. It's been scaring us, and so I got sent out to all the staff, and I sent it to my mom, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I watched that 3 to 4 times." She's like, "Your face." I said, "Mom, it's every day. Every day. This is my life." Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hatfield.
Yeah.
The first paper in your packet is the West Virginia General Summative Assessment results from last year. I just included the county results along with our results. And if you look in ELA, in 3rd grade, we were, well, actually in 3rd, 4th, and 5th in ELA, we were above the county in each one of those categories. Now, our math, we know that's one of our areas we're really trying to target this year. We were below the county a little bit, not much. We were down 2 points in 3rd grade. We're still above 50, so down 4 points in 4th grade and 5 points in 5th grade, which is one of our big focuses this year, is really trying to get our 5th grade up. And in science, we were tied with the county for 34, which we need to get that up. We'd like to get that up to at least 50. On the STAR fall benchmark, this was the proficiency of at or above the 60th percentile. And for the early literacy, which is your kindergarten, we had the 2nd highest scores in the county overall. But if you compare us to like the larger elementaries, we were the 1st in the county for that. We were looking at like CK, Wayne Elementary, Fort Gay, some of the larger ones. For 1st grade, we were the 2nd highest overall in the county, at or above the 60th percentile. And we were 1st in scores for the county compared with the larger elementary schools. Our STAR reading overall, 3rd through 5th, we were tied for 3rd, at highest in the county. And our STAR math, 3rd through 5th overall, we were tied for 2nd in the county. And then on the next page, that is where we are for the fall, our instructional reading levels. Of course, and we double checked on this for kindergarten and 1st, we don't have an instructional reading level. And Jason even contacted Miss Steffi today to make sure, and that's because they're just learning to read, so they really don't have an instructional level yet. But for 2nd grade and 3rd grade, we were above county level. And then 4th grade, we were 1 point below county level. And for 5th grade, 3 points below. So we're there, but we've got to get those up because we know what's coming for 3rd grade next year, SOR. So it's here, but that's when it's in full swing. So that's what I have for instructional reading levels.
Thank you. Jessie doesn't have grease stains on her paper, I don't think.
Hello, I'm Jessie Dials. I help out with attendance. I'm the CIS site coordinator for this school. If you look at one of your handouts, our percentage attendance year to date so far is 95.32%, which is very good for us. And then our chronically absent went down to 13.4. Now, I think last year, did we end at about 18?
We ended at about 16. I think.
16. So far, we're
think
doing
is where we
really
ended.
well for that. There are some things that we've been working pretty hard on to combat that chronic absenteeism. I put some of them on the bottom of your paper. It says incentives in the works, but I'll talk a little bit about some of those. The big one right now, we're doing an attendance challenge for the month of October, and you have to be here every day and on time. So tardies count. We try to make it very clear that even if you have an appointment, that still counts too. We want kids in the seat all day long learning. So the highest homeroom gets a pizza party. We got some Reds, Cincinnati Reds tickets donated to us. So anybody who has perfect attendance for the month through this challenge will get entered into a raffle for those. And let's see. We send out the attendance cards each grading period. We try to call home often. one of the things we wanted to start was a teacher call. If a student is absent that day, have the teacher phone from the classroom or have the student call just to say, hey, we missed you in class today. This is what we learned, and hopefully you're back tomorrow. I think that makes a huge impact when the peers hear from their fellow students. So, are there any questions? I kind of went all over the place.
Those numbers are really, really good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they were that good. I mean, I know when we had our data meeting, the numbers were.
Yeah.
I knew that you were down in the teens,
Mm-hmm.
which is just, that's rare. We only have a few schools right now that are in the teens.
Yeah.
To finish, or to be at 21% at the end of last year, the state was at 27%. The district was at 33%.
So we were at 21 last. Okay.
Yeah, according to this graph, we were at 21% at the end of the year,
Okay.
which is significantly better than the state and the county averages. To be at 15 at this point, of course, it tends to drop off a little bit as the year goes.
Yeah.
But you're in a really good starting point, so that's impressive.
Our teachers have been doing a really great job too, making their lessons interactive, engaging. We talked about that last year, making it fun for the kids to come to school and learn, and to do little things throughout the school year to make them excited to come. Jamie and I did a bunch of little things like Pie Day, so they could pay for a ticket to Pie Jason, and if you make it exciting for them to come, I feel like they want to come. So that's good.
I am last. I am the discipline report on the number of out-of-school suspensions and our positive behavioral supports that we have being utilized here at school. So as of right now, I know it's only October and I'm on my breath, but we are at 0 out-of-school suspensions. Everyone has been on their very best behavior. But like I said, it's only October, we're not going to hold our breath. But some of our positive behavioral supports that we are using here at school. So every 6 weeks, we try to do like a fun field trip or something fun for kids that have less than 3 discipline referrals. So we'll give you 3 strikes and then you're out. So if you have less than 3, we've gone to AMP, we've gone to Bogies, we've done extra recess, we've done some kind of little movie popcorn in your room, just anything fun to get them like, okay, we'll give you every 6 weeks, we'll give you a mess up or 2, but after that, you kind of have to be on your best behavior if you want some kind of reward. And then my kids that I do any kind of behavioral intervention with me, they earn extra time with me in my room, just a one-on-one Legos coloring sheets. If they're real good, sometimes they get lunch with me. We kind of call it like a lunch bunch. And then, like Jesse said, we have really hit hard on our attendance, and we put our handouts that we sent home in there. We did a March Madness one that I was a basketball player, so I loved it. We did last year in March, basically the same thing we're doing now. It was our attendance challenge, and we did a raffle for a basketball in the classroom with the best attendance. And then, of course, like Jesse said, this year we're doing our fall attendance challenge, fall to good attendance. Really just anything to get them here and that they're happy to be here. We feed them, we love them, we want them to be here. So anything to get kids in seats learning.
So far, so good. I'm sorry. Not as much as last year.
And it's normally repeat offenders.
Yeah.
I know you're reaching out to the children, it's great, it's hard to get on there.
Right.
Right.
So many times it's not the kids' fault.
Right.
They have parents, I'm just wondering about that.
I've got about 40 students on my caseload this year. And I will tell you that I work closer with their families than I do with the actual kids. And having to go to their homes sometimes and just check in. I try to make myself available. Jamie tries to make herself available. I mean, all of us. But anything they need. And I feel like if they know that you're there to help, you're not there to hurt, you're not there to turn them in, you're not there, that makes the biggest difference in the world. But yeah, you'll have those repeat offenders, and that's who's on mostly my list. But it's hard. It's hard to reach the parents. Yeah. No, yeah. It is.
The parents have to bring.
That's right.
So I understand that in a small.
Absolutely.
I just, I think y'all do great. I think we kind of, it's not the kids' fault.
Absolutely. Yeah. And sometimes it's harder to get into with the parents than it is the kid.
Yeah.
It's,
And they added the punctuality rate or something, or whatever, I forgot what it was called, but it's yeah, on the attendance report that's sent home with the report cards, just to make the parents, just to make the parents aware. I think that'll help a bunch too, because sometimes they don't really know, they don't really realize how many times that or how much instruction their child's missing until they see it in front of them. So I think that's going to help a bunch too with the tardiness.
Yeah, I know we have one class that they start their math in fourth grade as soon as like
As soon as
morning's over.
it's
So
7:35.
you
So.
have been late.
Yeah.
You're missing a big chunk of your math instructions. So.
How is the new math curriculum going and the implementation of the new math curriculum?
I feel like in the beginning they've been very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But I think I'm seeing it through walkthroughs and things, and every time I come in, they're like, oh, not today, not this. I'm like, you don't understand.
It was Mrs. Kraft's class.
They're in the floor in pairs, and they're like just taking cubes and having to determine if it's more or less, and they have to remember how many they have here and how many they have there. And we went into a second grade room, and we had them explain, and the girl goes, I'm just a kid. I can't explain this. And then we're like, well, what are you doing? And she explained it perfectly. I don't know. I didn't know what they were doing at first, but the kids completely explained what they were doing to where I got. I think it is going to lead to a much deeper learning and understanding the full concept instead of just, okay, I know how to solve the distributed property. Now they know what the distributed property is and how to solve it. But it's going to be a process, because you have, for the fifth graders who are seeing this for the first time, I think we have an kindergarten first roll up, it's going to be a big difference.
Yeah, the more we use it, I think the more comfortable they're going to get
Right,
with
the
it.
teachers are going to be more comfortable. That's why I said by the next year they're going to know. They've already worked through this a little bit. So I think it's.
And we've had some, I don't want to say pushback, but we've had some concerns brought to us from teachers with this new curriculum. And I can say, I don't know about Lisa, but I can say those concerns have sort of fizzled out now. Like our second grade had some questions and some concerns early on, but I was in there today in 2 of the classrooms during math, and it's working wonderfully in there, or it was today. So, and they've not came to me with any concerns or questions in a while. So it's really, I think we're really starting to hit the ground now. I think we're starting to get our footing with it. So
I think
hopefully.
the same thing. They're starting to embrace it a little bit better now.
Ladies, what do you think? Anything to add to that?
I think it was overwhelming. It's a lot. And Kelly has told this to everybody because I've been teaching kindergarten forever, and I was like, why am I having so much anxiety about teaching the number one? It was just like, that was our first thing, and it's like, there's just so much, but like, I'm an older teacher, oldest for Cleveland School, but like, but I'm enjoying the slides that we have, the technology part of it, but we do our math in the afternoon after specials, which is like 12:40, and for kindergarten, we're pretty much done at that point. But my kids love math; they're ready to do it, but it's like pretty much a solid hour of doing math, and it's a lot, but we have high expectations, and we always have, but that this is a new track that I feel good about it, and our kids love it. They're never complaining to do math. They're ready to do math. So, but we're learning as we go. But and I feel like at first I was just like, how am I going to fit all this in? And I'm just learning that just like everything else, you kind of have to make it your own. Like we all plan the same in kindergarten we do everything together, but I'm sure if you go in each classroom, it's not going to be presented exactly the same. We have material, we're using the resources, but you just kind of have to make it your own. So.
You talk about math.
Sorry.
I'm glad that did math in college. These concepts and learning formulas, it seems to me like what we're doing now is more like when I taught art. When you actually did it and you were able to visualize it and take it all in, then you can learn the concept. Am I right? I like this idea. Are you all satisfied with it?
It's intense. It's an intense program, especially for third grade. I think third grade, it's been hard for me just because we adopted the third grade report card as well as the new math series. So we're trying to learn both of those things. So that's been challenging, but I mean, it's very intense. It's very, I can see where the kids are going to benefit from it. It's very hands-on. They need that. But we're just taking it as it goes. Trying to just, I have had my moments. I have went to her and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. It's so much, but yeah, it's a lot.
The supports, do you feel like you're getting support with the implementation?
Oh, yeah.
Kelly Arthur is
Yes,
supporting.
she's
And
amazing.
Lisa, I know you mentioned Jack Crone. Jack is with Carnegie. I know Carnegie's had boots
He was
on the ground.
fabulous. I mean, I picked up a lot of things on him just in our debriefing that day, beyond just that. I mean, how to handle things and hold your meetings and stuff like leadership type things. And I was like, wow. I'm taking notes on that. For sure, I'm a note taker.
And just how it works. Like,
Right.
you know, we had a couple of hour training on this whole curriculum, so we don't know what we don't know. So talking with Jack after we'd done our walkthroughs really helped, because he was showing us things that we didn't know was available to those guys. So that really helps when they come in.
Well, just like, you know, there's an Explorer, there's the resource
Right,
book,
yeah.
there's the Reflect, and then they put it in Excel spreadsheet, stuff like that. We don't know all that yet, but Kelly's done a good job. She came and talked to me on Wednesday, and then she went out just coming back in for PLC meetings, just so she can. I said, I think they have questions, and this would be a good time for you to come in and just for a few minutes let them tell you what's going on, and maybe you can problem solve a little bit. And I know our upper grade special education teacher, she's new to us. She's a veteran teacher, but she's fantastic. And I said, she's going to need some help because she doesn't really know how to, you know, adapt this. And she's like, I'll go in, I'll help her, I'll model the lesson. So they've all been super helpful. I feel like our curriculum department is just, they've been there, and there's a lot of help out there.
I do want to brag on Kelly because she just makes herself available to us day and night. But she's also, sometimes when people are out of the classroom, you feel like, do you remember what it's like to be in the classroom? But she still does. She remembers what it's like to be in the classroom. So like we can be real with her and she can be real with us. Like we trust her, and I do appreciate her very much. So.
We have 4 special ed teachers, and we talked about this in our data meeting the other day. Like Regina was saying, they teach math in the afternoon, and I think that has, and a lot of our grade levels do that. It's a scheduling issue. I think everybody does except for 4th grade. They teach math in the afternoon. And the reason it works that way is because of our special education numbers. Really, we share. When I say share, what I mean is we have the special ed teacher she was talking about. She does 4th grade special ed and 5th grade special ed. So it's impossible for us to get ELA and math completed in the mornings. So we have to send something to the afternoon, and it just so happens to be math. And the reason being, most of our students who have math IEPs, they get 60 minutes per day. So we have a 60-minute block after lunch for them to get that time in. So that's really been a challenge for us, and I'm meeting with Tanya and Kelly to sit down and see how some of these other larger schools are doing their schedule, because I really think that would help our math. Like Regina's saying, they're finished by 12:30. Like these kindergarten kids are finished. So, and then they're coming in and have to go through an hour of math, and it's no longer worksheet math. It's hands-on, really intense math. So we're working on scheduling. Hopefully we can get something worked out to where we can get our math taught in the morning. That way, I think that's part of the issue with our math scores being the way they are, is we're all teaching math in the afternoons. So hopefully we can get something worked out starting next year to where we can get the people in the mornings rather than them doing it after lunch. That would be a great start, I think, with helping our math scores. So.
Thank you all very much. It's fun to come back. Hear all the good stuff that's going on. So, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Very much. Oh, yeah.
I know we're working on a major facility.
Yeah.
The question would be, is there anything that needs attention? That's going to take probably another this year and probably another entire year for that project's complete. Is there anything that needs immediate attention in the meantime?
No, I think we're, there's some little things, but nothing major. I think we're good.
Mind up one thing. These coolers are loud.
I think next time we're going to have to move to the other side of the cafeteria.
Maybe next year we'll put you guys over here or something. I don't know.
They are loud.
But no, I think as far as major, I think we're okay.
I don't think there's anything. Recess.
Do we have a motion to recess? Mark made the motion, Joanna made the second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Recess to.
We turn off that live stream.
It's on.
0. There was one on there earlier, but I guess they got tired of listening.
Yeah. This is not from
We had that on Brown's highlights on YouTube.